Hey Aries, this is Chronic Joy Tarot. This is going to be your April 2018 reading or thereabouts for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Aries or thereabouts or anyone else that happens to find their way toward this channel, toward this particular video. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, my gratitude is all yours. I'm actually ramping up some daily videos on Instagram. If you guys want to visit me over there, it's at Living Chronic Joy. And I'll put some shorter videos. They're very general, but they're fun little spiritual gems of guidance on Instagram as well. The deck that I'm using for this reading is coming from an oracle deck based on the poetry of Rumi. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And the card I pulled for you guys, Aries, is called She Offers the Sacred Wine, So Drink. Look at that. Look at this figure. Look at the colors. I just love every little one of these cards. Reminds me of like a little masterpiece. They're just beautiful. The illustration's gorgeous. There's a little poem in here that reads, "Offer me wine from the sea of love and fill my heart with pearls. Pour it into my heart until I shred the veil and go beyond reason." This is calling for you to sort of let loose, let go, get drunk. No, not literally, but energetically, receive that wine that's being poured, receive the love from the divine, and get drunk on it, like really let loose, become uninhibited for a while. This isn't, my whole channel really isn't about what to do in your day-to-day life. When you go to work, go crazy and wild and let your hair down. This is about your soul and energetically what's happening spiritually. Time to loosen up a little bit spiritually and open up to what can come next, right? Instead of applying yourself, which is also important, but applying yourself towards certain practices, just let loose. Say things spontaneously. When you see somebody doing something that you love, say it, tell them, say it out loud, even if it's a stranger, right? Let what spirit brings to you through your heart, let that out and express it onto others. Oh yeah. Time to shed the mask. Look at this, Aries. Time to shed the mask. Go from the gut and get wild. Don't worry about how things look, right? Don't try to always find just the right words to say. Just let loose. You've got this internal idea that, I love this so much. I love the way these cards show up for me. You have this internal idea that there's a way, right? There's like a goal, like, grow up, get married, live happily ever after. There's a dream. There's a certain structure that's been, put in place for you to aspire to. And that's internal. And that's something that creates this need to say the right thing, do the right thing, wear the right mask, right? And we're asking you now to do away with that. And I know it's uncomfortable, but to just, for a time, do away with it and let it fly. And see what happens. Let yourself trust. Take the dive. See if the next gust of wind keeps you buoyed in the air and you're not going to fall and crumble to the ground. Just trust life. Trust what comes. Okay? So you're being called to take a little leap of faith and receive what's being offered by the divine. Okay? The next steps and moving forward beyond this space, which is, a little restricting. It feels safe and structured in ways, right? To have a goal and take the steps and make sure you get to the outcome. But it's a little restricting, right? So we're going to see how to receive and move beyond this. Yep, look at that. Intuition. Let go of the chatter in the mind. Be in the moment. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the key to moving beyond this state of trying to fulfill expectations in a certain way, right? With just an outline that you've written a long time ago. But the key to letting loose of that and being a little more uninhibited and trusting is following your intuition. This is a crown chakra card. This is like really connecting to spirit, really finding that, you know, whether it's spirit or God or whatever it is that you discover your soul in, stay connected to that, because that is going to do away with this more restrictive ways of being, and you're going to be able to, you know, elevate your perception. Okay? Going to be important to listen to your mind, but not let it take over you. Let your mind guide you, and especially your intuitive mind, but let your thoughts be there, but don't let them get like this. Look at this ugly mess and burning shitfest. Sorry. But really, be aware of it. Be aware of how your mind works. Be aware of the constrictions that it puts on your growth, on your outlook, on the way you see others. Be aware of it, and then try to let it, go by the wayside for a little while. Internally, you're getting a deeper sense of who you are. You're connecting more deeply, or you will be as you move, through this process. You're learning how to drink that wine and let yourself be drunk for a little bit. Let yourself be uninhibited, but it's creating a deeper connection to yourself, which is really important going forward, because then in your external world, you're going to be reminded that others will always see you differently than what you really feel inside. Not vastly differently. Like, if you're, if you have close friends that know you pretty well, but they don't know, only you know that depth of who you are way, way, way deep inside. And only you know what your next step is going to be according to what your intuition tells you, right? And only you will discover that deep sense of trust for life. And you'll feel the shifts when they're happening, but others may not see it, right? They may not see you. They may see you as the lion instead of the sheep, or the other way around, right? They may not see you the way you see yourself. This was the story of the lion who grew up with sheep and just thought he was a sheep all his life until he bent down into a pond to take a drink and saw a lion looking back at him and thought, wow, I thought I was white and fluffy, right? Like, I don't see myself the way others see me, right? Which is okay. It's okay to let that be there. And that's part of actually the growth. That's part of allowing yourself to be uninhibited like that is the process. It is the opening up that you need in order to receive the support from divine. Okay? All right, Aries. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Find me on Instagram, Living Chronic Joy, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay.